All right, so generative AI, everyone's talking about it, but what's with all the hype, right?
Yeah.
We're talking like serious cash flowing into this tech, over $25 billion just last year.
It's huge.
Huge. And, you might be thinking, okay, that's cool and all, but like, what's in it for me?
Right.
Is this just another tech bubble? But that's the thing. This isn't just some Silicon Valley buzzword. This is different. We're talking about fundamentally changing how we create, how we work, even how we think.
It really is. It's not just about analyzing information anymore.
Yeah.
Generative AI, it actually creates.
Exactly.
Writing, music, designs, even scientific discoveries. It's like,
It's wild.
yeah, it's like having an AI partner pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Absolutely. And that's what we're diving into today. Why is everyone and their grandma suddenly throwing money at generative AI? And more importantly, what's it actually doing out there in the real world?
Yeah.
We've been digging through reports, analyses, even some pretty out there philosophical takes to get to the bottom of this.
And we're going to connect the dots on why this matters to you, because let me tell you, this tech is already impacting everything from like the art you consume to the medicine you might even need someday.
Yeah.
And those are just the early examples, really.
Oh, yeah, just the tip of the iceberg.
Exactly.
So first things first, why the sudden investment explosion? One word, results. Unlike some tech fads we've seen, companies are seeing real measurable returns from using generative AI. Like, there was this one study that showed marketing teams using these tools saw a 20% increase in conversion rates. Yeah, 20%. That's not some theoretical promise. That's a real impact on their bottom line.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not just hype. We're actually seeing generative AI deliver on its promises.
And here's where it gets really interesting, that this isn't just the Googles and Metas of the world anymore.
Right.
It used to be only these giant companies with tons of cash could even afford to play in this space.
Right.
But now you've got platforms like Hugging Face.
Hugging Face, yeah.
Think of it kind of like a GitHub, but for AI models.
Yeah.
And it's making this tech accessible to anyone, startups, individual developers, you name it.
That's what's so exciting. It's like democratizing this powerful technology.
It is.
It's not about who has the deepest pockets anymore. It's about who has the best ideas.
Exactly. And that's leading to this surge of new companies and approaches, which brings us to the third big driver behind this boom: efficiency.
Right.
I mean, let's be real. Every business out there is feeling the pressure to do more with less these days.
Absolutely.
And generative AI is like this shiny new tool that promises to boost productivity and slash costs.
Yeah.
Whether it's automating boring tasks, personalizing marketing campaigns, or even designing products more efficiently.
Yeah, it's like having an army of super efficient interns working around the clock,
Right.
but without the coffee breaks and the need for sleep. So
Exactly. And they're not asking for raises every 5 minutes.
that's right.
So you've got this perfect storm brewing, right? Proven results, tons of new companies entering the game, and this promise of working smarter, not harder. It's no wonder investors are practically throwing money at anything with AI attached to it these days.
It's an exciting time to be in the AI space, that's for sure. But it's also important to remember that it's not just about the tech itself. It's about the people building it, the companies investing in it, and the impact it's having on the world.
Exactly. And speaking of the people and the companies, we're talking about some serious heavy hitters duking it out in this space.
Oh yeah, this is where the competition gets really fierce.
We're talking about the big leagues now. OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, each one with its own strategy and approach.
Right, and they're all vying for that top spot.
Like, take OpenAI, for example. These guys are known for pushing the limits, constantly trying to one-up everyone else with bigger and bolder AI models.
Yeah, their GPT-4, that was a game changer.
It was. It can write like a human, translate languages like it's nothing. It can even compose music.
It's pretty mind-blowing what it can do.
It is. It really is. And then you've got Google. I mean, they've got their fingers in every pie imaginable, so it's no surprise they're a major player in the generative AI game, too.
Right, and they've got the resources and the data to back it up. Their latest model, Gemini Ultra, it's pushing the boundaries of what we thought possible.
It's like a constant arms race of algorithms.
It really is.
But then you've got Anthropic, which is doing things a little differently.
Yes, they're taking a different approach. It's not just about, can we do this? It's more about, should we do this?
Right. They're all about developing AI ethically and responsibly, which is super important in all of this.
It is, especially with how powerful these tools are becoming. They're focused on making sure AI benefits humanity, not just, creating the next viral TikTok trend.
Absolutely. It's a refreshing change of pace from the move fast and break things mentality that we often see in tech.
It really is. And it highlights the fact that this isn't just about building cool new toys. This is about shaping the future. And speaking of shaping the future, we can't forget about the geopolitical angle here.
Right, this isn't just a Silicon Valley showdown. This is global.
Exactly. This is about which countries are going to be the leaders in AI, which has huge implications for everything. We're talking about economies, national security, you name it.
Yeah, this is like the new space race, but with algorithms instead of rockets. Okay, so we've talked about the why behind all the AI hype, but what about the what? What is generative AI actually doing in the real world right now?
Well, get this. It's already being used in ways that sound straight out of science fiction. Like, have you heard of Runway ML?
Oh, AML, yeah.
It's this platform where artists can create these insane visuals.
It's wild, bro.
Just from typing in a few words. Like you could literally type in a surreal dreamscape with floating islands.
Yeah.
And boom, the AI generates a stunning image based on that.
It's like magic, but with algorithms.
Right. It's democratizing creativity. You don't need fancy equipment or years of training anymore. Just imagination.
It's really leveling the playing field.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it's not just art either. This stuff is going way beyond that.
Yeah, way beyond it.
You've got companies like in silico medicine using generative AI to design new drug molecules.
Yeah, that's the one that really blew my mind.
Right. It's like, imagine potentially finding cures for diseases that have baffled scientists for decades.
And doing it way faster than we ever thought possible.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like we're on the verge of this massive healthcare revolution.
We are, but hold on, because it gets even crazier.
Okay, I'm listening. Tell me more.
Generative AI is also revolutionizing stuff that you might not even think about, like manufacturing.
Really? Like how?
Think about it.
Oh.
AI optimizing the design of airplanes, making them lighter, stronger, more fuel efficient.
Oh, wow.
It's called generative design, and it's already happening.
So it's like having this tireless, super creative assistant working 24/7.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need sleep. It doesn't complain.
And it doesn't ask for a raise.
Exactly. It's incredible.
It is. From personalized education plans to hyper-realistic simulations for surgeons to practice on.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, the possibilities are pretty much endless. But, it's easy to get caught up in all the excitement, but it's important to remember we're still in the early days.
Right. This is still just the beginning.
Exactly. This tech is going to keep evolving, getting even more powerful.
So like what we're seeing now, this is just a taste.
A taste, exactly. Which means it's more important than ever to talk about the potential downsides, too.
Yeah, because like any powerful tool, there's always the flip side.
Right. We have to be aware of the risks, too, and be prepared to address them head on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, what happens if an AI makes a mistake in a high-stakes situation?
Right? Like, imagine an AI making a medical diagnosis or making a decision in a self-driving car.
Yeah, the stakes are high.
They are. And those are the kinds of questions we need to be asking ourselves right now.
And it's not just about life or death situations either.
Right.
There are some big question marks around ownership and copyright, too.
Oh, yeah, huge ones.
Like if an AI writes a song that becomes a global hit,
Yeah.
who owns that? The person who programmed the AI, the company that owns the AI.
Right. Who gets the royalties? It gets complicated.
It does, and it's only going to get more complicated as this tech gets more advanced.
Absolutely. Like, at what point is it not just the AI creating, but actually, creating?
Yeah, that's the big philosophical question, isn't it?
It is. And there's no easy answer.
There isn't. It's kind of like exciting and unnerving all at the same time, you know?
Totally.
On the one hand, we've got this tool that has the potential to, solve climate change, cure diseases, you name it.
It could change everything.
It really could. But on the other hand, we have to be very careful about how we use it.
We do.
Because if we're not careful, it could easily slip into the wrong hands.
That's the thing. It's powerful. And with great power comes great responsibility, right?
Exactly. And that's what makes this whole conversation so crucial, right?
Yeah.
This isn't something that's going to be decided by some algorithm in a black box somewhere.
Nope.
This is about us, all of us. We need to be having these discussions now, figuring out the rules of the road, so to speak.
I agree. We can't just sit back and let the tech giants decide what our future looks like.
Exactly. So as we wrap things up here, we just want to leave you with this. Generative AI is more than just a cool new gadget. It's a game changer.
It is, and it's up to all of us to shape how this game unfolds. So stay informed, stay curious, and most importantly, stay engaged in this conversation because it's going to impact all of us.